Storytime, kids! Don't worry, I'll try to stop and walk once in a while so you don't get seasick. While I'm out on this run today, let's have a discussion about gaslighting. So I made a video yesterday afternoon responding to somebody after Zoran Mamdani won the primary in New York. And in his video, he said, Mamdani's only been a citizen for 7 years. Can we trust him to run a city? The algorithm loves that shit because he has 1,000 followers and he got 58,000 views. Whereas somehow, with my 175,000 followers, my response got barely over 1,000 views. Welcome to Trump Talk. And of course, I pointed out that Trump's been a citizen his whole life and everything he touches as a business venture turns to shit. He's bankrupted multiple casinos and has 34 felonies. So I really don't think your citizenship tenure matters much. But I pointed out that guy was trying to hide his blatant Yahtzeeism because if you went to his public following list of the people he is following, there are tons of people in there with 88s in their name and people who are openly declaring themselves to be supremacists. 10 minutes after I made that video, that's when the gaslighting started. He came into my comments and said, actually, I'm friends with communists too. And people who declare themselves to be Yahtzees or communists on TikTok aren't really anyway. And he said, I actually consider myself to be a social democrat. I don't know any social democrats who are casual friends with Yahtzees. But let's examine the core ideology of a social democrat. Social justice, equal rights, opportunity, and protections for all. Equality for everyone, and policies to fight discrimination based on race, gender, class, religion, sexuality, etc. So in other words, anyone who's actually a social democrat is not going to make a video complaining that, oh, Mamdani's only been a citizen for 7 years. So then my buddy Dr. Kazvir comes in, and he's of Caribbean descent. And he said, as a brown person, I'm getting sick of people treating me as subhuman and wanting to eradicate me. And that's when the gaslighting faded. Because the other guy's response? I don't want to eradicate you, I just don't want you in my countries. To which I had to come in and say, newsflash, pal, the country doesn't belong to you. But this is incredibly telling, because what this guy was trying to do in the comments by saying, oh, I'm friends with everybody and nobody actually is who they say they are, nobody cares, I'm actually a social democrat. He was trying to paint his ideology of being a massive racist as something that the Democrats believe, which is absolutely wrong. This guy claiming to be a social democrat and then saying he doesn't want brown people in his country, blatant gaslighting. He might as well have claimed to be a vegan but said his favorite meal was foie gras. But this is how gaslighting always works. It is meant to make you question what your view of reality actually is. It's how the MAGA are able to sit there and believe that it's Democrats who are inappropriately touching little kids, when every time you find out in the news, it's always some white Christian conservative man. It's how they convinced the MAGA that the Democrats and liberals are the violent ones, when it's the conservatives who are attacking federal buildings, trying to unalive politicians, sending bombs to Democratic senators, attacking Democratic senators and their staff people, attacking FBI agents, threatening judges. I mean, the list goes on and on. The whole point of this guy's platform and his videos is to try to convince people that Democrats are actually the ones who believe all of the hateful conservative MAGA shit. And unfortunately, it works on many people in America because, let's be honest, we're pretty stupid. But you have to be able to tell when somebody's gaslighting you. And one of the first things you can do, check out who they're following. Because Maya Angelou said it best. When someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time.